You are tuned to Kennett Zenith Cablevision. Thank you for watching. It's time for talk. Each evening at this time, Monday through Friday, Rosemary interviews local personalities and others who bring items of interest to this community. Time for Talk is a community betterment service designed to cooperate with our local community betterment program. Tonight, Rosemary takes us by means of portable camera out of our studios and maybe into your neighborhood. And now, it's time for talk.
They don't jump as much. They will surprise you what they can do, but they do not have the big springy jump that you think of in terms of say, a bullfrog. But here's the part that really is vexing Rosemary. Just watch the jump that this guy can make. He's going to get up into that pot. That's a 10.0 on anybody's scale. That's a great, huge jump for a Fowler's toad. You can also notice on these guys, with the Fowler's toad, you can notice those thick, powerful forelegs. The front legs on these guys are adapted for holding their weight on the land. And not only that, in mating season, they'll actually clasp the female with those front legs, and they'll jockey with other males who are trying to dislodge them from the back of the female. And so, that's the way that a frog ensures that his DNA is passed on when he fertilizes the eggs of the female, and then he'll hold on there for dear life, as it were. Those are some really basic differences. So the Fowler's toad, one thing that you'll notice about him on his skin, right behind his eye, on the back of the head on either side, you'll see a large oval, usually a little lighter colored, raised area. That's his parotid gland. That's like our parotid gland that we have underneath our ear at the angle of our jaw, the one that gets swollen when we have the mumps. Well, on the frog, that occurs on the back of the head, on either side, right behind the eye. But like many other glands in their skin, it exudes a toxin. So, actually, frogs and toads are all poisonous, and this Fowler's toad is no exception. In fact, if you have your kids out in the yard and we pick up a frog and play with it, aside from the obvious danger of being urinated on, if a child were to pick one of these up and then later on set it down and go his merry way, and he were to rub his eye, you could get a really painful burn in the eye from the toxin that can be left on your skin after you handle one of these guys. These Fowler's toads also have an interesting ability to burrow, and that's what Rosemary's finding out with her flowers here in her flower pot. These guys will get into the flower pot. They love that moist earth because we keep our flowers watered nicely, and they'll get in there, and they have special hard cornified adaptations on their back legs, and they can just burrow backwards like nobody's business, and they can disappear down in there backwards in no time flat. They love it in there, and unfortunately that's what is.
Well, a long cold winter, very cold, and we've looked out from our kitchen window and standing on the patio, and we look at our duck box, but the bottom is coming out. Are you able to see that the bottom is coming out of this duck box? So if we intend to have ducks this year, we're going to have to do some repair work. So Russ got the ladder out and decided he would go up and lift that box off, and we'll put a new bottom in it. So Russ came out and goes up to try to lift it off and actually moves the box somewhat, and then looks in and says, "Hey, wait a minute, and let me hand him the camera so he can show you what's in there." What if you shook the whole birdhouse? Surely he'll look to see what's going on. So Russ crawls back up and to make a picture of him down in there, and he says he's really making faces at me. I think we ought to just pull the bottom out. He's making a face at you. So what we've decided to do is just get a hoe and see if we can go ahead and pull the bottom out of the box. And there, now where is there is the possum. There is the possum amid all that debris. He has fallen out and he is mad. It's cold and he had, Possums don't really get in a hurry. Well, yes, he's in kind of a hurry. He scurries across the yard and decides he'll go up in the nearest oak tree, and Russ goes after him. And he ran out to our little oak tree, and he's sitting there looking at us as if to say, "Why did you do that?" He'll have to go and find another warm place. And he's lamenting the fact that his house has gone. But say, we no sooner get the box up than we have a pair of ducks, maybe several different pairs. They always come in pairs early in February. She goes up on the box. He sits in the yard. He seems to be looking for maybe dangers. Maybe there are cats. Maybe there are other animals. But sometimes he will get on the box to encourage her to come on and fly in. She flies in. She looks about whether she'll like the nest or not. She may sit up. They may talk about moving the furniture in and where to put the washing machine and the bedroom, but who knows what they talk about. But there are, as I said, many hazards besides the possum. You're going to see, as we look out our kitchen window on this duck box, there are hours of enjoyment. Now this, I wouldn't say was enjoyment. The morning we looked out and saw a cat on top of the box, and the cat, evidently that she is in there, and the cat is would love to reach her, but just can't quite manage how to do that. Cats won't be the only hazard. You're going to see that in just a moment too. So she gives up and walks off. Now our grandson-in-law, I guess you call him a grandson-in-law, is up to see about the matter of eggs and how many eggs we have, and he looks in, takes the camera, and seems to see 4 eggs in there that are sort of buried in the nest. Now we understand more than one pair of ducks will use a nest at the same time, and we have found eggs at the bottom of the tree, as if maybe 2 or 3 females are there, maybe one can't get in. All right, another day with eggs in the nest, and we just saw a snake's tail go in the box. Russ got the ladder out, and let's see if we can get the snake to come out. How many eggs does it look like?
About a half a dozen.
And he's gone down in the feathers. Well, all right, we're just going to have to leave him in there, I guess.
This happens in nature a lot.
Well, all right.
What seems to be the problem here?
Occasionally, these specimens can produce quite a bit of sulfurous smelling slime. And I didn't want to get that. I'd rather get it on my dad's shirt than on my own. See, the eggs are down underneath a lot of the straw.
Mm-hmm.
So, since this is your duck box, just whatever you'd like for me to do. I don't know how to get that guy out of there.
Well,
if indeed he's under there.
I think he's under there.
Okay.
I don't believe he came out that quick. We saw him go in.
Let me see if I can. Let's see, there's the eggs right there. Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Oh, he's good size.
He's what?
He's good size. The good question is, where is the head? Which end?
Which end to grab?
I don't want this end. The other end's got teeth in it.
There he is. Oh, what kind is he?
He is a black rat snake without question.
And you're not afraid of black rat snakes, ever you? Oh, yeah. Oh, he's bigger than I thought he was.
Isn't he nice?
He's very nice, but he doesn't belong in a duck box. Where can we put him? He doesn't need to go back in our duck box. Oh, is he offering to bite you?
Yeah, he would like to bite.
He would like to bite something. He's mad.
The only reason I like to use a glove in this situation is because you're reaching down in there and you don't know what you're gonna get. And you think you know that it's a black rat snake, but you don't really know. You can see his pupil.
Yeah, but who wants to get close enough to see if it's round or not?
Non-poisonous. And this eye, he's particularly irritable right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because, look at this.
Because
Has he been injured? Now this eye, see how in that eye you can see the pupil very distinctly?
Is he blind in that other eye, do you think?
I don't think so, but maybe he is.
Let's see the other one. It looks totally different. It sure does.
You smell a pretty good sulfur smell right now, and that's the slime that they produce just when they're agitated. And he might like to bite, but he's not really wanting to, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him go for a second here, and then I'll grab him again. See, he's blind in that eye. Look at that. I don't get any response when I come this way. If I come at him from this side,
yes,
look at
he
that.
sure does. He's been blinded in one eye. Somebody's been after him with a hoe.
Well, I don't know if it's that. He's not been cut or injured that way. You know, he's just, you know, once you get him out of a duck box, the problem is, if you find them on the grass, you can collect them gently. But in the bottom of a duck box, they're already in a corner, and then you have to go root around after them, and
you scare them, don't
yeah,
you?
you scare them, and then they got one eye already, and so then they're double likely to be skittish for you, and it can ruin them for good. And just considering all that, look how docile this guy is. I mean, he may turn around and peg me at any second, but that's why I wear a glove, just, you know, when I'm reaching down into a closed space.
Has he got teeth?
Yeah, he's got little teeth that are backward curved, and
yeah,
they're
got
real
it
delicate.
one day.
They're real delicate, but he may be able to get out of this. So
Yeah,
Put him down. We'll put a thing on top of him.
Okay, do a little
narration here.
Okay. All right. You let me. What is that Mama Duck gonna think when she comes back and finds all the furniture rearranged and maybe I don't think any of the babies were eaten.
The floor swept and the house in order.
I know where you got that scripture from.
You have been watching Time for Talk. Time for Talk is a community betterment service designed to cooperate with our local community betterment program. Each evening, Monday through Friday at this time, Rosemary interviews local personalities and others who bring items of interest to this community. If you are aware of items of interest, please let us know for possible airing on this program. Time for Talk is brought to you through the cooperation of Kennett Cablevision Incorporated and is produced through the facilities of the Slicer Street Church.